Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And yes, as we know, we're upstairs, not downstairs in the Overflow room. This is the, portable Overflow room with the porta-gong, because you wanted more Handel. And I just want to give it to you. Boy, oh boy, are we going to do more Handel. Hopefully you won't regret having asked. There's so much great stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Starting with this delicious recording of Aci Galatea e Polifemo. Now, you may know Handel did a famous sort of pastoral opera type thing, Acis and Galatea. It was the most popular sort of opera thing that he did in his lifetime, actually. It was an early work that he wrote when he was still hanging out at Cannons with the Duke of Chandos, writing anthems. And it was sort of at the end of that period that he turned that thing out. That is totally different from this. This is the Italian cantata sort of version of the same story. And the funny thing about it, Handel being Handel, is that, he borrowed everything from everywhere, and reused stuff, at will, and with glee, and always appropriately, of course. But these two pieces have nothing in common musically, which is kind of amazing. They're totally separate. This was widely ignored because, much of the Handel sort of scholarship and push to do Handel came from the UK, understandably. And the Italian works, the earlier Italian works, were largely ignored. I mean, the operas were totally ignored until quite recently, in the past, 20, 30 years or so. So this version of the story was totally disregarded, which is a shame because it's marvelous. There are some ways in which it's better than the remake, particularly in that it develops the character of Polyphemus, the Cyclops who kills Acis, or Aci in this case. And oh my goodness, it's so much fun, this Italian version. It really is. The music is Handel. It's glorious. I mean, it's for much smaller forces than the later one, which he revised and it grew and accreted and stuff. But still, it's delightful. And if you like the story, and if you like the English one, you should hear the Italian one. It's wonderful. It has some amazing arias. And we've got Emma Kirkby, Carolyn Watkinson, and David Thomas. Fantastic singers doing this with London Baroque under Charles Medlam on Harmonia Mundi UK. It was an early Harmonia Mundi CD. It was recorded in 1987. So, it may be hard to find. It's really, really beautiful. But the work isn't. The work now is available pretty widely. And it's just splendid. A splendid version of the popular, yeah, we all, know it. The popular story of the nymph and her shepherd boyfriend and the Cyclops who, wants her and doesn't get her and kills him. And so she turns him into a stream or something like that, because she's a sea nymph, and it's you have to get into that. It's a beautiful, beautiful work. Absolutely. So that's lovely. Then we've got Handel's first great Italian opera, Agrippina. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. And it's got, Alistair Miles, Della Jones, Derek Lee Reagan, countertenor, there's Nero. I mean, he's good. He's okay. Donna Brown, Michael Chance, and, famous people like that, with the English Baroque soloists and John Elliott Gardner. Now, Agrippina has been recorded quite a few times since this one. This one came out in 1997, and it was a smash hit. It really was. Handel took all of his instrumental cantatas, of which there are 100 of them or something, or a lot of cantatas he wrote. But the ones with instruments, not just keyboard accompaniment, I guess there are a few dozen of those. And he stuffed the best arias into here. You've got that fabulous da-da-da-bum-ba-da, dum ba da dum bum ba da dum bum ba ba ba, which actually turns out to have been from an opera by Reinhard Kaiser and showed up in like every piece Handel wrote. It's beautiful, absolutely lovely, and it's a comedy. It's a comedy kind of like the Coronation of Poppaea. It's actually the prequel, I believe, to the Coronation of Poppaea. And story-wise, you've got Nero and Claudius and Agrippina and Poppaea, and they're all in it, and they're all trying. The story. They're all trying to kill each other, and Agrippina is scheming that Nero should take the throne. Oh my goodness, it's fun. I mean, it's just a marvelous, lusty tale of Roman decadence and intrigue, full of brilliant arias. It's just fantastic. So you really need an Agrippina. This is a very good one. There are others that you can enjoy as well. Then we've got, let's see, this wonderful box of the Handel Complete Orchestral Works on 9 CDs with Raymond Leppard. Raymond Leppard was just a wonderful Handelian. You get the fireworks music, the water music, the Concerti Grossi, Opus 3 and 6, the Alexander's Feast Concerto, and the organ concertos, Opus 4 and 7, and the Concerti a Due Cor and oboe concertos, and all that stuff is in here. I believe it's all in here. And it's a wonderful set. It really, really ought never to have been out of print. It's obnoxious that it ever was or is still. And if you can't get that, if you can't get this, it was on Philips, it would be Decca now, they really need to make sure that stays out. That was a great little box. But they did issue from that great little box the water music and fireworks music with the English Chamber Orchestra and Raymond Leppard, which is the same thing that was in here, on this single disc, so you could sample it and enjoy it at your leisure. This was one of the great sets of this music before the period instrument people came along, and it still is. It has not changed because the period instrument people came along. And speaking of which, on not period instruments, we have the complete water music with Charles Mackerras and the Orchestra of St. Luke's on Telarc. Another absolutely brilliant performance. Mackerras recorded this music quite a number of times with various ensembles, always with great success. He was always so stylish and musical and lively, and he really communicates the joy of the music, the fun in playing it and for us in listening to it. So that's an interesting collection of Handel goodies. You've got early and late and vocal and instrumental, and a good opportunity to explore his range as a supreme genius, which of course he was. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.